Here's a lovely card I've just bought, made with laser cuts. So the amount of cutting work, there's astonishing detail to it. Very, very fine indeed. And yet it doesn't tear. It's been cut through reasonably good cardstock too, because it's laser cut, the quality of the accuracy needed, that is quite astonishing. And this is what's happening with cards. They're picking up all the new technologies, and this is a lovely example of one. And again, the same technology is used with this marvellous pop-up card, which I've just recently acquired. Opens up and there's the London Eye. And you really couldn't do that commercially even 5 years ago, because to actually cut that up, an artisan would have to do it themselves using scissors and carving knife, and they just couldn't do it. But with laser cutters, you can do this type of thing. I'm hoping next year to have one which will rotate too, be the London Eye. So I've been looking recently at greeting cards which have technology to them. Another series would be ones which have LEDs, but also sound chips. And here's an example of one. When you open it up and move a bit here. Just a single LED, and this is how they began about 30 years ago. They have a little batteries, these little button batteries inside, and soon afterwards the chips came in with the sound as well, but it's just a single little LED. A more advanced version of this is one which I sent out 1 or 2 years ago for Christmas, which was a great greeting card, but when you pushed it here, it lit up. And those twinkled beautifully because there's a single light somewhere in the middle there, which is morphing different colours, and it's feeding into a little cluster of fibre optics. Each of the fibre optics ends at a little point here. So you get a wonderful display which goes on for a full minute, I think it is, all the little lights twinkling away. I thought at first it was individual LEDs, but no, it's a single LED with morphing lights to it, feeding into a cluster of fibre optics. And the most recent one I've acquired in LEDs, the technology is moving on very rapidly, is this one here, which pretends that you're the subject of an attack, as it were, by the paparazzi who are desperate to celebrate your birthday. So the effect is marvellous. And the sound chip's lovely. Over here, watch me, watch me, watch me. Look at those LEDs. Astonishing. So that's a whole series now of LED technology cards. Another one of series are sound cards. And these began before the advent of the chip. In fact, the very first one I ever got was this one here, which probably came out 100 years ago. All it does is make a little squeak. It's got a little squeaker in the base. It makes a little noise like that. Then about 30 years ago, they started making ones with talking tapes, which we have on our website. In fact, it's a talking tape. It's rather like a linear gramophone record. You have to pull your thumbnail down. It is on the other side. It's trying to say, you turn me on. You turn me on. And all I'm doing is I'm rubbing it with my finger. And the card itself acts as a sounding board, which helps to make it a bit higher volume. This is another type of card that came out about 30 years ago, which has got a little tiny record in it. When you place the needle on it and turn the thing, it will start to play a little, this one's a little, try that. Oh, there we are. It's a kind of fairy tale. So the top of the card acts as a sounding board, and the little record, well, 45 RPM. Well, this is all overtaken, of course, by chips. When chips came in, goodness me, how they've expanded. The very first one I came across, this one here, just had a little one that went tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Happy birthday to you, tinkle, 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 tinkle. That's probably about 20 years ago. It got better. They started getting voice chips.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, I could just about hear that. They started making ones which are highly realistic, and this is one we sell on our website again with a robin, and wonderful chip, I've got it. Marvellous noise. And getting better and better, there's this one here which you can actually play the piano because it's got a chip with, well, look at this complicated ones here. Etc, etc, etc. Huge range of musical. They don't make harmonies, which is a shame, but that'll be the next generation, I suppose. And my favourite one of these sound cards is this one here with a really, really nice bit of classical music. It's from Delibes' ballet Sylvia, and this is the Pizzicato polka. And it fades away. Astonishing. I talked to the people at the New York Trade Fair a year or two later. This came out in 2000. And they said they couldn't get enough take up in the market for this type of card. So let's hope they'll have another go, because I think that's quite remarkable. The latest innovation, though, with technology and cards is little motors. And here's a little bunch of motorized cards. Tiny little motors which do astonishing things. This one suggests that you're a bit old-fashioned, and so they're giving you a card with an old-fashioned gramophone in it. How do they make a motor that thin? Well, the answer is I couldn't bear not to take one to pieces. There's a motor going the opposite way to which I thought, which is that way like that, with a worm drive and a little spur wheel, and then the gramophone sits on top there. So that's how they achieve the thinness of a card. Astonishing. Here's two more in that same genre with little motors in them. And they're really that thin. And the last one has, again, a motor in it, but also a little reciprocating device. That's thin. Where do we go from here? I'm dreaming of opening a card sometime in the next few years where when I open the card up, I'll get three-dimensional holograms in colour with sound and everything, a complete TV show, all in 3D. What do you think?